Okay, example 4 is pretty much the same kind of problem. This time the pilot's going north instead of south. He's got some different angles in the picture there. This time we have the Omaha angle and the turning point angle. We don't know the Chicago angle, but it's the same basic idea. We have an angle side setup. So again, I want to establish that on my paper. Well, I guess you have a homework paper that has the picture on it, but I wouldn't really expect you to draw the picture, like that. You might just draw the triangle. So if this was me just like out of the book onto my paper, I would probably draw it sort of like this. And we got a 15 degree and a 148 degree. And then whatever this angle is, I'm going to say C for Chicago. I'm going to call this side C just because I use the letter C there. Let's use M for Omaha, and then a little m because a little o looks like a 0. And then the turning point, we'll call it T, and then call this T. All right, so again, I can very easily just establish a triangle on my paper. You don't have to draw it to scale. I don't actually, it should be 471 miles. All right, so I could take that picture and make just the pertinent information out of that picture on my paper without being a professional artist to be able to draw that like that. So first thing, we have to find the missing angle. So measure of angle C plus 15 plus 148, can we all see that's 163 is equal to 180. So I'll move the 163 over, and we get measure of angle C is 17 degrees. Notice 15 degrees and 17 degrees. Again, it's not an isosceles triangle, but it's pretty close. So my guess is these distances are going to be pretty close to each other. This should be slightly longer because 17 is slightly bigger. That should be slightly shorter because 15 is slightly smaller. But again, it's the relationship between sides and angles that we're going to use with the law of sines. Angle side allows me to use law of sines. Little m over sine of 15 equals 471 over sine of 148 equals little c over sine of 17 degrees. Calculator evaluates those for me. So, sine 15 equals sine 148 equals sine 17 equals. So sine of 15 is 0.2588. Sine of 148 is 0.5299. Sine of 17 is 0.2924. So this proportion allows me to find m, and m is the distance from turning point to Chicago. 0.5299 m equals 471 times 0.2588. 121.8948. To get m, I'm going to divide this by 0.5299. That's 230.00 miles. And again, in our picture, m is representing from turning point to Chicago, so 230.0 miles would be this distance. Then we go back to our calculator and we want to evaluate for C. There's our proportion we're going to use. This product, 0.5299C, should equal that product, 471 times 0.2924, 137.7204. So to get C, we're going to take 137.7204 divided by 0.5299. And that goes 137.7204 divided by 0.5299. It gives me a C value of 259.9. And again, C represents the distance from Omaha to the turning point, so that on this picture is going to be here, 259.9 miles. Again, this is a 17-degree angle. So if you, again, take a look just for a quick check, smallest angle, 230 is the smallest side, 17 is the next biggest angle. 259.9 is the next biggest side, 148 the biggest angle, 471 the biggest side. And once again, how much farther is that route? So we're looking for the length, the difference in length between this path and that path. So I'm going to go 259.9 plus 230.0. That's 489.9. We subtract the direct route distance. 9, bring the decimal down. 9 minus 1 is 8. 8 minus 7 is 1. It's 18.9 miles longer. So, either case, the pilot misses the storm. This one's almost the same length, it's just slightly longer, but it still makes it safer. So, just something to think about there. This is just a pretty simple application of the law of sines. As far as homework is concerned, I do want to see on your paper, you've of course got the pictures drawn, establish whether it's angle side angle or angle angle side. I want you to be able to pick that out. And then probably have to find an angle and then the sides. You know, if you just have to find the angle, it's the first thing you do. But then if you have to find either side, sometimes you only have to find one side or the other. So don't feel like you have to find both. They only ask, so how far is it from Omaha to the turning point? You don't have to do this part of it. But you do have to find this missing angle almost every single time just to be able to use it. So keep that in mind when you're doing this. 2 homework problems, probably take you 5-10 minutes each at the most. So not too much work, but practice it, get good at it.